I would love to make a joke about boxing, but I can't think of a good punchline. Hello guys, welcome to today's video where we will be discussing why Logan Paul is a world-class boxer. Wait a bit, did you just murmur the name? You don't know him? You must be living under the rock or something. Okay, let's do a little introduction for those that don't know Logan Paul. But before that, kindly hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way in helping us grow. Logan Paul grew up in Ohio. He began making videos for YouTube when he was 10. Paul played football in high school and was named an all-star linebacker. He also qualified for state-level Division I wrestling championships. Paul started college at Ohio University but dropped out in 2014 and moved to LA to pursue a social media career. He became famous on the now defunct channel Vine and simultaneously built strong followings on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. His podcast, launched in 2018, is called Impulsive. In 2015, Paul appeared on Law & Order SVU. He has also trained with comedy troupes and drama coaches. Paul wrote the screenplay for Airplane Mode and sold a short-form TV series to Comcast. Paul has been nominated for several awards and won a Teen Choice for Comedy Web Star. He has appeared in several ad campaigns, including for Pepsi, HBO, and Hanes. Due to posting controversial content, Paul's YouTube site was temporarily suspended in 2018. British YouTuber KSI challenged Paul to a boxing match which took place in February of 2018 and ended in a tie. They had a rematch in 2019 with another split decision. As of September 2020, his YouTube channel has received over 22 million subscribers and he is ranked as the 54th most subscribed channel in the United States. The fight between Logan Paul and renowned boxer Mayweather Jr. started as a joke, but it eventually did play out, and yes, it was all worth the hype. No comparison between Mayweather and Paul's boxing records, but while Mayweather, who is 44, retired from professional boxing in 2017 with a 50-0 record, having won world titles across 5 weight classes during a 2-decade career, Paul's CV is altogether less impressive. Paul, who's 26, is 0-1 in a professional boxing after going down in a split decision defeat to fellow YouTube star KSI in Los Angeles in November 2019. One judge scored the fight 56-55 in Paul's favor, only for the other two to hand victory to his British opponent, 56-55 and 57-54. Paul initially drew with KSI in an amateur fight in Manchester, United Kingdom in 2018. Mayweather said, "I ain't gotta use my A game, my B game, my C game," he said at a promotional event on Thursday. "I can use my Z game. Don't even gotta hit him hard. The result's going to be the same." But the fight aside, for now, Logan has fought 2 people till this very moment and he fared well against both of them. Isn't that enough to call him a world-class boxer considering his fitness level? You know, it's one thing for celebrities and athletes to be fit when it counts. They know if they have an upcoming role where they're going to be shirtless or a big game where they'll need to perform at their best. But what about those stars of social media that are posting content regularly without notice? How in the hell do they stay so ripped and ready to go at all times? I firmly believe if you follow the routine of a particular set of people, you automatically belong to that group. Paul Logan might be known for his YouTube, but his fitness and lifestyle are very similar to that of a professional boxer's. The workout routine of Logan Paul contains a lot of bodybuilding exercises, some cardio, and a lot of boxing training as well. Logan Paul is always fit and he tries to keep his shape. He admitted in one of his interviews that it's essential to stay in shape when you are a celebrity and famous. Logan Paul was inspired by Dwayne Johnson. He always wanted to build a body like him, and that's what keeps him motivated. This reason is also why Logan Paul tries his best to keep others motivated. Logan Paul's workout routine is a 6-day training routine, where he will work out for 6 days straight in a week, and every day he will train for about 2 to 3 hours. Although his workout isn't a secret, he always tries to share it with his fans on his social media. There are a few things that you won't be able to find on his Instagram. Paul eats like a bodybuilder. Remember, he is following the footsteps of Dwayne Johnson. He has 5 meals a day consisting of healthy, whole foods. He eats a lot of vegetables and plenty of protein, at least 100 grams per day. He has cut out simple, processed carbs like breads and pastas, and he also avoids dairy products. Paul takes hydration seriously and drinks at least 2.5 gallons of water each day. Paul says he likes to start his day with a fairly large breakfast. He'll have oatmeal with bananas and strawberries, 3 eggs scrambled perhaps with avocado, and sometimes a side of spinach. Paul's most significant meal of the day is lunch. He'll eat a sizable portion of meat such as chicken or salmon, a sweet potato or brown rice, and more fruit. If he's going to eat in a restaurant, he'll do it at lunchtime. Paul usually has a very light dinner, more oatmeal or a piece of chicken, or perhaps a protein bar to help give him just enough energy to get him through his workout. At around 10 at night, after his evening workout, Paul will have a protein shake, water, and some apple cider vinegar to boost his metabolism. metabolism. Before any workout, Logan Paul always warms up. This routine is one of the most important things to do when you are training hard, as you don't want your muscles to get a cramp. He would run for about a mile or so on the treadmill for about 6 minutes to get his body fully warmed up, just like some professional fighters advise in their interview sessions. So you can do this or any other warm-up exercises that you want to do. Make sure you don't go super hard while warming up, as this is just so your blood starts to flow through your body. One of the essential parts of Logan Paul's workout is the stretching routine. Especially since he learned boxing, he has been stretching more often than before. Stretching is vital. It gives your body better flexibility and lets you use every part to its full potential. Logan Paul trains for about 1 hour or two, 3 to 4 times a week. In this boxing routine, there are lots of things that go on like boxing training, sparring, practicing on his basic footwork, doing lots of crunches where they will slam balls on your stomach, etc. Logan Paul admitted in one of the recent interviews how hard it was for him training to remain fit and how hard he trained for the fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. He further explained that he spent nearly 2 months in Puerto Rico training for the bout, sparring quality boxers such as Jean Pascal and Patrick Cora. That's some hell of training if you ask me, and it's worth everything because with the training and dedication, Logan Paul is worthy of being a world-class boxer. In his last fight, Logan Paul went 8 full rounds with a living legend, Floyd Mayweather, in the boxing event of the year. Pretty boy Floyd dominated a relatively dull fight, but the YouTuber survived and went the distance with the undefeated champion. It was already announced prior to the bout that there would be no judges for the 8-round exhibition, so there was no winner announced at the end of the bout. The size advantage for Logan Paul was evident as soon as the two stepped in the ring. Paul has at least 30 pounds and 7 inches on the welterweight champion. Floyd used the first 2 rounds to measure up the social media star. He sat back and let Paul throw his punches, all the while ducking and dipping from contact. Paul seemed to use the majority of his energy in those first 2 rounds and connected on very few punches. He did have a flurry of punches to end the second round to get the crowd on its feet. Mayweather ducked for cover, and very few of the sloppy, unorthodox punches actually landed. In the third round, Paul was visibly exhausted after expending almost all of his energy in the opening 4 minutes of the fight. Mayweather was still keeping at a distance in the third round, seeing the signs of fatigue, but continuing to let Paul chase. Then, Mayweather showed why he was one of the best fighters ever in the fourth, when he caught Paul with a few left hooks and a counterpunch that brought the bout to life after a quiet first few rounds. Paul, meanwhile, can now truthfully claim he went the distance with one of the greatest boxers of all time and didn't get knocked down once. That's an achievement on its own, and it's worth all the training, considering his boxing record. During my boxing career, I was the second best boxer in my country. You want to know how? I fought in over 100 fights and came in second every time. There you have it all, guys. Let me know what you think about the bout between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Logan Paul, and also air your thoughts if you think Logan Paul should be considered a world-class boxer. If you want to stay up to date with all of my new videos coming out, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell icon next to the subscription button. Turn on all notifications. That way, you will be notified whenever a new video is released. Do have a great time. Till next time, bye!